We celebrate today the Assumption of our Mother Mary, the Mother of Jesus, body and soul into heaven. And today I started reflecting on what this means for the Christian community because I kind of feel that it's not just for Catholics. The celebration of the Assumption of our Mother Mary, her body and soul into heaven, is not just for Catholics, because Mother Mary is the mother of our Savior, Jesus Christ. And for all Christian communities, we should acknowledge and celebrate this feast day. Of course, each and every one of us wants to be celebrated when we do something good in our lives. And as human beings, we want to be acknowledged, celebrated. That's why we love when our birthdays are celebrated. That's why we love when our graduation or matriculation is celebrated. We feel good about it. But there's something that I've observed about the mother of Jesus and conversations that surround her that makes some Christian communities or some individuals not totally agree on the kind of honor that we give to the mother of Jesus, the mother of our Savior. For me, I feel that we should give honor to whom honor is due. If we individually want to be celebrated when we do something good, why wouldn't we want to celebrate the mother of Jesus? Looking at the life of Mary, her patience, her humility, her resignation to the divine will of God, when you look at it, it becomes a great encouragement. It becomes a source of strength to me personally as a mother. And why wouldn't we celebrate this great mother of God and mother of the church? Our mother. You know, when you say that someone is a role model, it means that the person have lived a life that is worthy of emulation. If we all live a life and we want to be remembered even after our experience, our human experience in this world, why wouldn't we celebrate the sweet mother of God, the mother of our Savior, the one who has given us salvation? So that's my reflection today. The fact that honor should be given to whom honor is due. Mary lived a life, an exemplary life. And I said, these things are very simple. There is no need fighting or keeping up argument why Mary is honored or why she shouldn't be honored. Just make it very simple. You as a mother or as a girl child, you as a father, you as an individual, when you do something great, would you want to be remembered? If you in your office want promotion, you want recognition, you want people to honor you as a father, as a mother, as a leader, why wouldn't you want to honor the mother of Jesus who's brought us salvation? So next time when this argument want to come up, just ask yourself, wouldn't I want to be remembered? Wouldn't I want to be honored? And sometimes, personally, as a content creator, you want to talk about these things and you're like, no, it's just Mary. This is more of a religious content than the normal content. But the truth is, this is my faith. If I don't talk about the one that inspire my daily life, then what should I talk about? So it's worth celebrating because she lived a life of emulation. There are so many virtues I've learned from the image, the person of our Mother Mary. I'm talking about chastity. I'm talking about purity of her person. Inspire me a lot. When people ask me, Uju, why didn't you remarry? When people ask me, why are you always by yourself? Why don't you have a boyfriend? Why don't you live certain kind of life? I smile because each time I remind myself, if Mary could live a calm, quiet life, I too can live it, and it's not difficult because she was a human being like you and I. So if this great woman who inspired me a lot could do all of this, why can't I? And a day like this, when we celebrate her feast, when we celebrate her assumption, her body and soul, assuming into heaven, it's call for all Christian communities to honor Mary, the life she lived, and the fact that God honored her and celebrated her. You see, each and every one of us live life every day, and when we die, God will truly honor our life through the work of we have done on earth. Anything you have done, you will be remembered. It's the promise of our Father. Whatever you do in your life, that's why we have the saints, people who have lived exemplary life, extraordinary life, and are now recognized by God that the life you lived has touched people's lives. And it's time to acknowledge that the time spent and the energy, the love you put in to do all the good works will not go in vain. It will not go unrewarded. And this should be a source of inspiration to us as well. That as we live this life every moment, as we live this life every day, that whatever we do for good, for common good of humanity, for common good of our families, for common good of our neighbors, common good of our Christian communities, common good of the whole world, that it will never go unrewarded. And like Mary's life, we will one day be celebrated for our good work. I didn't tell you earlier that as we celebrate the feast day of our Mother Mary, the Assumption of Mother Mary, it's also my feast day because my name is Assumpta. As you look at my profile name, it's Uju Assumpta, and that's because I bear the name of Assumpta, coming from Assumption. And as I celebrate and honor our Mother Mary, I also pray her intercession today to intercede in all my social platforms as I inspire the world and share my voice and share the love of God that is imprinted in my heart. I seek her intercession. I pray for her intercession to guide and lead and direct and to always help me to keep gaining inspiration as I look at her life, the way she lived her life, to be a source of inspiration to my life as well. Most importantly, ask yourself as a mother, as a father, are you letting your children reflect on the life of Mary and how that can impact our lives and their lives? Are you letting your children know why we are celebrating the assumption of the body and soul of our Mother Mary into heaven, so that when they reflect on this life, for the girl child would understand what it means to resign to the will of God, for the girl child to understand what it means to be a chaste spouse, to be a virgin, to be faithful to God till the very end, and for the boy child to also be inspired by the life of Mary, knowing that life is beyond just the body that most people are pursuing today. That when you live an exemplary life, a holy life, a life filled with love, patience, humility, and inclusiveness, not one that is filled with competition, but collaboration for the greater good of humanity. And at the end of the day, the unity that we all seek, we will feel it in our heart, bringing the kingdom here on earth. So let's inspire our children, let's inspire our neighbors, speak to one person or the other about what we are celebrating today, the feast of the Assumption of our Mother Mary, the mother of Jesus, the mother of our Savior, Jesus Christ. If you celebrate a son, you celebrate the mother. So this, as important as Jesus is to our hearts, is to remember there was a mother who brought him forth, and there was a mother who stayed with him and allowed him fulfill his divine destiny, which is saving us our salvation, the sacrifice of the cross. She allowed him to do that. She did not interfere. So being a mother, can you be inspired by the mother of Jesus to allow your children to fulfill their divine destiny? So let's all understand that honoring Mary is not just a religious thing, as much as it's a religious thing, but it's every human desire that when we live a good life, that we should be celebrated and honored for the great work we've done. Think about your mother, your grandmother, how we all gather from time to time to celebrate them. Some of them have passed, but we gather maybe during festive periods to celebrate these great mothers who made great sacrifices for their children. And at the end of the day, is that not celebration? Is that not honoring their life? Remembering the good works that they did while they were here on earth. So if you could celebrate your grandmother, if you could celebrate your mother for the great work they've done, how much more the mother of Jesus, our Savior, the mother who brought the great King of Kings and Lord of Lords into this world and allowed him to pay the ultimate price for our souls and our salvation. Give honor to whom honor is due.